welcome to MetalNet TV. My name is Sara, and today we are talking to Vallon DeVille. But before we do, make sure you are subscribed to MetalNet TV. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you will be alerted to every episode. And also, before you leave, please remember to give us a thumbs up and leave a nice comment for Vallon or for myself. Here we go. Hey, Vallon, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm very excited to have you here on MetalNet TV.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. We're going to talk about you and your two bands, the Finz and Alive and Well. But I want to get started how I usually get started, which is to learn more about you and like what inspired you to become a musician. So I just want to ask, I've seen pictures of you very little on the drum kit and like for real playing the drums. How old were you when you started playing?
Yeah, I first started playing drums, I'd say around like 3 years old is when I got a drum kit, obviously with dad touring and everything. From what I hear as a kid, I would just like bang on tables, bang on everything. And then dad and my mom were like, we got to get him a kit. You know what I mean? Like he's hitting stuff, let him hit the right skin. So we got a kit and I'd like dabble with that. And then obviously on tour with my dad, I'd pick up like little lessons here and there from like Troy Laketta from Tesla
Cool.
or Ricky. So like just like pick up little like things here and there, and then like I guess like not on tour with my dad, but when I'm home at like play like a dinner place with my mom or something, if there was a band, I try to get up and play a song. And then like I joined like kind of like a school of rock band when I was like a little kid, and we played some shows. But then like I really like kind of like every kid, you know what I mean? You have sports, you go through every sport, you go through as a little kid, superheroes and stuff. So like you know what I mean? But then as you grow up, it's like sports and then hanging out with friends. So I really didn't like think too much into drums. You know what I mean? Like it was a fun hobby with my friends. I had the fins going already. We started that in seventh grade.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so I was it was really just like a chill thing to do.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until 2022 or yeah 2022 when I went on tour with Poison, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Joan Jett, and Class Act. Because
Oh,
like up until this tour, I little kid on tour. You know what I mean? Like I was
right,
literally
right,
I have I have pictures of me dressed up as Captain America running on tour. So like
right.
I didn't understand where I was at. You know what I mean? I was just like I'm with my parents. This is
You're
cool.
with your, that's like your normal.
Yeah.
Everybody else
But
is.
still, but still, now it's 2022. COVID hit. I've like grown up. They haven't toured, and I go on tour, and he brings me and some of my friends and the band out, and we all were just like, because we're grown enough to really like understand what this is, and it was just like mind boggling to be like, whoa, like this is my dad's career, like this is what he does, and like
Right.
I have a chance to do that. Like if we have a sliver of a chance, we're going all the way. Like how sick would it be to make this our career? And then we just like we have always loved music, but that just like we saw that and we were like, dude, this is we fell in love right there. Like that big crowd of people, the
Yeah.
explosions, the amazing live like show, everyone locked in line. It's sick. And then we came home, we put our heads down and started writing, and then ever since then it's just like more and more and more. We just like I like you fall in love with music more every day. So like it's
Yeah.
just yeah, the bug just keeps growing.
I love that. I love that. So do you play any other instruments, Fallon, or has it always been drums for you?
I play drums. I mean like I dabble in like the bass, a little bit of guitar, but like I'm not very bad at guitar.
Okay.
Um I'm very bad. I'd say like I mean to a bass player, I'm not a good bass player at all, but I can like play some stuff. You know what I mean? Like yeah, like I'll learn songs for fun. But I recently started singing on Alive and Wells tracks. We just
Okay.
yeah, a new band that I recently started. We didn't have a singer when we wrote our first song, so we just got in the studio to record, and I had to sing on it. So hopefully, I mean, like you guys can, it'll probably be out soon. You guys judge it, but I'm not a singer. I tried singing, so we'll see. We'll see how it sounds.
So, Valen, so for anybody at home who's new to you, you have the band that's the Finns that you had mentioned you started in the seventh grade. So that's been around for quite a while. And now you have the Alive and Well band, which started a few months ago.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to ask you before we really get in deep into both of those bands, what were your personal influences musically?
My personal music influences, I feel like throughout the stages of my early off career, my stages of so what I've gone through so far.
Yeah.
Uh, I really like locking in with drums and starting to grind. My influences were John Bonham, heavy. Like that's still a big influence in my drumming. You see on a lot of the Finz tracks, like when I go crazy. It's a lot of triplets. It's a lot of buckets of mud. It's a lot of it's a lot of Bonham stuff. I love Bonham. I loved his style of drumming. Uh, I loved like his approach, his feel for like the kit and his way around, and how hard he could hit, but like those ghost notes that he would throw in his tracks as well, like in his drum tracks were just insane. Sometimes I'll find like isolated Zeppelin tracks, and he's hitting ghost notes that like you don't even hear in the song. He's amazing. So obviously John Bonham. Um, I love Neil Peart because like how do you know I love Neil Peart? But then like as I've like gone through drumming, like there's more fast. I love Taylor Hawkins. I
Mhm.
got into him for a while. And then as of lately, I love the indie surf bands. So like right now, my big influences, like you'll probably see in the music that Alive and Well puts out, and some of the more recent Finn's originals, because we have a lot of tracks that we got to record. I'll talk about that in a second. But you'll probably hear this in our music. But I've been loving just that surf tone, like that surf style gnats. That surf style, there's like gnats flying around the dorm room. But yeah, that like surf style guitar with like those beachy drums, like doing bat bat bat, and it's like I don't know, like just like the vibe of like those like beachy indie songs are so sick. So I love Sunroom. I've been listening to a lot of Sunroom. Um, I like Surf Curse a lot recently. Current Joys. Like there's like a lot of like new, like kind of like who's still like the scene now. There's like and then like some punk bands. I love punk. Uh, there's a lot of good punk bands that I like around our scene where the Finns play and
Mhm.
stuff, low key. But yeah, just kind of like all every aspect of music I'm into. But like right now, I'd say mainly surf rock, indie rock.
Sounds good. So it sounds like as a musician, you were really drawn to the drummers. In
Yeah,
addition to the school bands and influences you have, it sounds like you're more drawn to drummers, as opposed to like, let's say just a band, like for the
yeah. Uh, yeah, I'd say for sure. I definitely, regardless what the band is or like what the song is, I'm listening to the drum track. But I still like love a good song. You know what I mean? Like if a drum track's not there, but the song is amazing, I like the track. Like especially you'll find that in indie rock and like surf rock. The
Mhm.
drums are honestly like really chill and like sometimes even like some like not hard beats by any means or like complicated, but they're different. They're not off time, but they're just like interesting. And so that's kind of but like it works for the track perfectly. But like
Mhm.
there's some sick things that people are doing, like I'll definitely when I hear a track, I'll listen to the drums and then like the whole track. And then I either love the track or hate it. But usually I love the track. It's hard for me to be like, I don't like this song.
Right. Did
Yeah.
you study? You mentioned that you taken lessons with like musicians that like work with your dad. Like for example, you mentioned Ricky Rocket and that. Did you take formal drum lessons as you were growing up, or are you more self-taught?
I'm definitely like more self-taught because though a lot of like teachers I've taken lessons like in the past and throughout like my childhood and stuff just because I didn't really play the drums that much, but like having a place to go practice for like an hour, like I said, that was another thing, so it kept me like on the kit. But I just learned different than you know what I mean. Like obviously, I've been working on reading music and my music theory and stuff like that, like as of lately. But
Mhm.
I just feel like I need to sit down. Like back when I was a kid, at least, and I like wasn't really writing. I'm trying to learn songs. I feel like I need to sit down on the kit, learn, like listen to the track, and then play it. I don't like read the music and then I know, like, you know what I mean. I'll listen and then I'll isolate the drums. Like I would like find like isolated drum tracks to know I'm hitting every note right.
Mhm.
But like stuff like that and like fills and stuff, I just feel like I need to like do it over and over again, and then I get it. Like as opposed to like, I'm sure that's what you like learn when you're getting taught. But yeah, I feel like I do better in like self-taught stuff. But I recently found, or not like recently, I guess like last year, I was working with some dude, um, and he's amazing. He has like he's really good teacher, but not only that, he mainly like his workouts. Like he's like me, but like even more like, you know what I mean? Like he's been on the scene for longer, but he's like constantly thinking of drums. Like he made these like heavy sticks with rocks in them, and you're supposed to keep the rocks in the front. So it's almost like a baseball bat, like how they put the weight on the bat. So then when you
Okay.
pick up the sticks, it's like, yeah. And then he has all these like stretches and stuff that he has me do, like for like the long run. Cause like, I mean, you're sitting, so people kind of think the drums are chill. But like this is strain. Like it's like running a marathon live shows. Like I don't know if like the viewers have seen clips of me, but like I'm like moving really fast, and like that's like all drummers. They're hauling when they're playing. It's like you're
Yeah.
completely moving, you're jumping, you'll stand up off the kit. Like it's a lot, and especially like being hunched over or something. Like if you're playing wrong, you can like down the line like really hurt yourself. Like Tommy Lee, Molly's drummer, he like couldn't spin his sticks for a while because his hands were all messed up, and then like finally he just got it worked on or something so he can turn it up. But like his finger was like stuck like this.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned that it was like a few years ago, after a lifetime of seeing your dad and his friends and everybody playing these incredible shows on these huge tours, that you had that moment where like the energy, I'm guessing that it was just really the energy and what they were doing on tour. Was that the moment that you decided you're going to be a professional musician, or had you actually already decided that prior to that?
I'd say like that was like the that was the moment for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, up until then, I'd say it was definitely more of a hobby. And then yeah, seeing Poison, being old enough to really understand it, I was like, I fell in love. I was like, this is what I'm doing. I have to. I have videos in my phone of me like telling like sending them to friends, like, bro, I need to make this work. Look, and it's like before they go on, it's just a whole crowd. Like it's a feeling you can't describe. Like I'll be in my room late at night watching like the Metallica Russia in Moscow or like Woodstock and just looking at those big crowds and sitting in my room at like 2 in the morning, I get goosebumps. It's just like I cannot wait to play in front of that many people. And the second I got like a taste for that, you know, like I was just like, this is what I'm doing. This is what grab my band. I was like, this is what we're doing. You guys come see this. They came out, you know, and then we just got home. We just wrote, like, just started because we were a cover band, you know. So like, we just started writing music, and we've just ever since then. I mean, we put out June Gloom, What's Left Unsaid, Cinders, and we got a lot in the vault that we need to record that we're gonna record soon.
That's amazing. So let's just go there. So we'll start with the Finz Band because, like you said, you have two bands, and I've heard that that band described as having the OC sound. Now, I'm an East Coast girl, and I have this idea of what the OC is, but I really don't know that sound. I think maybe Gwen Stefani or No Doubt might be from that area.
Yes,
Explain
yeah,
to me,
Long Beach.
start by talking about the OC sound in general, and then how the Finns is influenced by that.
I mean, like, I think the OC sound, depending on where you are in OC, because it's actually really sick. The more I've like gotten into like the music world down here, and like as our band has become more established, we've met a lot of other bands, and I really didn't think up until like we started playing like more legit shows. I didn't really think there were other bands our age, but there's a lot. There's a big scene down here. So depending on where you are in OC, it's kind of it varies. Like Long Beach, it's got more of a punk vibe. Like they got a lot of really good punk bands like Spliff Riff, I forget some dope bands. Kind of Huntington Beach got that like ska, you know what I mean, ska punk reggae scene. But I'd say our vibe, our OC like area that we're in is more like beachy, like surf rock. So we got that, but like with some grit, you know what I mean? Like we're like street surf rock. Like we got like some chill tracks, but then we also can like break into some like crazy heavy like chill, you know. But it's hard to describe our sound because we really pride ourselves on like not being a specific genre. Like anyone can listen to us because like if you listen to our stuff now, it's all pretty similar. Like we don't like go like from here like night and day. But like some stuff, like I'd say June Gloom's more alternative. Cinders is more indie surf rock. What's Left Unsaid, that's heavy rock, you know. So like and then the tracks we have now are all like boom, 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 different, but they all are amazing tracks. But yeah, so like I'd say our vibe as like musicians is like kind of like beachy with like some street beachy vibes, you know, like almost like similar to like Sublime. But then our music just speaks for itself. That's just for the listener to decide.
I've seen a few clips of you guys playing live at various events, and I would definitely describe you based on what I've had to see so far, got to see so far. Definitely a lot of energy, definitely like a live band. Like I'm
Yeah,
just not to say that I don't see you recording lots of albums, but I definitely see you as a band that prides yourself on being able to get people out of their seats and move and
heck yeah,
that sort of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're definitely a come watch band, a band
Yeah,
near.
I love that. Come watch.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, so you had mentioned, and I got this impression as well, that you started off as a cover band, which I think makes sense if you're starting when you're
Yeah.
little kid, right?
Hmm.
But that as time has progressed, you have these originals, and you had mentioned June Gloom, What's Left Unsaid, and Cinders, all of which came out relatively recently, right? Over the last
Yeah.
year and a half or
June
so.
Gloom came out like last year, and then
Mhm.
Cinders and What's Left Unsaid came out over like the last few months. We kind of were weird with our drops. We gotta work on that for sure.
Okay, they
We're
weren't
gonna
bad
be
though.
more
I haven't say
consistent.
you had one and then 6 months later and then 3 months later. So I feel like you're putting out music much faster than some people
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, we're back on it now. We're gonna
I
start
love
bumping tracks out.
I love it. So how when you were still a cover band, let's just go through this quickly and then we'll go on to the originals. When you were a cover band, how did you as a band choose the tracks that you wanted to play for your audience?
We just kind of picked songs we liked. I mean, like we never like just like called ourselves like we weren't like, all right, we're a cover band, but like we just only played covers.
Hmm.
And we just kind of like whatever songs we listened to, like War Pigs, that's still on our set. Like some of the covers survived the cover band days because they're just lit. You know what I mean? Like War Pigs is super sick, and we play like these 3 hour sets sometimes, so we need
Oh,
stuff to fill it up. Yeah,
cool.
but yeah, there's kind of like everyone would kind of get to pick their own song. You know what I mean? Like the band was bigger back then too. There were more members.
Mhm.
But so because it was more of a hobby, you know what I mean? So anyone kind of pulled up and played. But it was more just like, what do you want to play? What do you want to play? What do you want to
All
play?
right,
What do
cool.
you want to play? Bet. Let's all learn it. And then like the next week, once those are all down, what do you want to play? What do you want? And then we all just, so we all get to pick a song. And then yeah, and then once we saw my dad, we were like, we gotta write.
You're that's right. So we're going to talk a lot about your songwriting process and that. Before we do, give a shout out to your bandmates in the Finns so that everybody
Heck
knows.
yeah. All right. So in my band, the Finns, Brody Bogdan, bass player, Jason Barber, vocals and guitar.
Cool. All right. And
Yeah.
when we talk about Alive and Well, we'll get shout outs for those guys as well. All right.
Yeah.
So then at some point, you saw your dad, CC DeVille, blown away, understood like the weight and the excitement of what he does for a living, wants to do the same. And then you guys started writing originals. So tell me about your songwriting process. Do you guys write together? Do you write individually? Do you do both? And then I'm going to get really specific because I just love to
Yeah.
know what people do to get to those incredible songs.
Hmm. So, with the Finns, we kind of, I mean, like if anyone has an idea, like at your house, like work on it. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't be like, oh, I'm not with the band. But we usually get together. Someone will have an idea, kind of, and then we'll build off that. Or a lot of times we're jamming and we're just kind of like messing around, and then we play a sick riff, and I'm like, wait, that was dope, or someone's like, yo, that was really sick, and then we go off of that, make that's a verse, then we make a chord, and then we have a song, and we're like, oh shoot, and then for lyrics, usually Jason Barber writes the lyrics, but as of lately, I mean, like, because I've been branching out with singing with the other band and lyrics, I've been working on writing some lyrics too. So me and Jason kind of collectively work on lyrics. Uh, but yeah, he mainly writes like for June Bloom and all that stuff. That's J Barb right there. He's really talented.
Cool. So it sounds like really you rely on energy and chemistry and the back and forth of
Yeah,
like
just feel.
the
That's
feel.
kind of I feel like that's similar to why our originals are so different. It's because it's really just whatever we feel in that moment, like whatever we're jamming,
Cool.
whatever vibe we're playing right there is what you get. You know.
Now, do you ever go off on your own and just have like a more, I'm going to use the word disciplined, not to say that what you're doing isn't disciplined,
No, no,
but
no,
like
one hundred
where
percent.
you're like an hour a day, I'm going to sit, I'm going to write, or however long was be.
Yeah, I mean, I do that a lot. I dabble with Ableton at my house, so that's just like a sound recording, like a DAW software.
Okay.
So I dabble in recording for sure, like at my house with random tracks. By no means are like I mean, it's not studio quality, so like no one's ever gonna hear it. But they're chill, and yeah, I try to make sure I devote time to write for sure. And like with lyrics, I've been writing lyrics a lot lately, just because I wanna. I feel like that's like a muscle, but like you know, what I mean, the more you work it, the better you get. So like, but I also kind of feel like I don't know. This is a weird. Everyone trips on me when I give them this analogy, but I feel like being able to write lyrics is kind of like reading. Like I don't remember learning how to read. You know what I mean? Like I feel like one day I can just like read. Like it's kind of like lyrics. Like you do it, you do it, you do it, and then like boom, you can write lyrics now. Like I feel like that's what happened with me. Like I couldn't write them, couldn't write them, and then like now I can just like I hear the track and I just start like singing with it, and then we're like bet lyrics. That's more for alive and well, but yeah, like you know what I mean. I feel like it's like you just kind of pick it up, or I don't know, but it's strange, but yeah, I just feel like you get it eventually.
That's cool. Do you have any particular, like with drums, you have these very specific influences and people you pay attention to. For lyrics, are you starting to pay more attention to certain lyricists, or are you just kind of going at it and just figuring out your own style?
Yeah, I mean lyrics because I'm not like as like used to it. I feel like I just kind of go at it my way. But
Mhm.
I definitely take influence from like Sunroom, their style vocals. Like that beachier sound. But yeah, I mean I don't really know much about lyrics. So I kind of just go in head first and whatever comes out. There's the track.
Love it. I
Yeah.
love it. What are the themes that you're writing about right now?
Um, with the Finns, we're writing. We just got some like heavier stuff, and then we got like a couple chill tracks. We have two really chill tracks that I'm excited. I feel like that could do really well on social media. And then we got some faster stuff that I love. We have a psychedelic rock song that's about to come
Okay.
out. Yeah, but so we got a mirage of things.
Nice. Do you keep the lyrics? Are you trying to keep them more entertaining, fun, light, or do you guys go
Yeah.
deep on topics?
I mean, like, but the lyrics the same thing, and you kind of like whatever you feel in the moment. I mean, like June Gloom's about the weather,
Okay.
and like yeah, and but I feel like it's whatever you're thinking. Like some are about a girl, some are upbeat about like having fun. You know what I mean, like parties and stuff. Some are like it's just really just whatever you're feeling in that moment. You know?
That's
Yeah.
good. All right, so I want to ask you about the Alive and Well band. Let's start with who's in Alive and Well.
The members of Alive and Well are Sydney, Jake, and Ian. They Jake is my guitar player, an insane guitar player. I got super lucky to find him. I was just like looking for musicians that would be down to like grind, and I looked. He like just posted it on my story,
Mhm.
and then he just like texted me like, "What's the move?" Like, I'm with it. Let's do it. And I was just like, "Bet." So like he's been in since day one. So it was really me and him that kind of put this band together because I didn't have anyone, you know what I mean, until him. So then I got him, and he just kind of fucking sorry, I don't sorry.
It's okay.
Uh,
You're
he
good.
just kind of like was super with it. He's super motivated, super good guitar player. So he pulled up, we jammed, and I mean, me and him just kind of like already have like that similar styles. So we just right away, sounded good together, locked in. We were like, bet, yeah, we can totally do this. So then, I mean, from there we got a singer, but that fell through because we're kind of like putting this together, like just like with people that are down to like do it. So singer couldn't really make it to practice, so that fell through. And then like we're grinding, looking for stuff. That's when we wrote that song that we just recorded.
Okay.
And then recently, like I was in ballet, or like I was at a ballet place, and I saw some dude, and I'm like, dude, that guy looks like a bass player. And I was like, you play music? He's like, yeah. Met Ian, plays bass for us now. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. And then Sydney. So Sydney she's a singer. She's an amazing vocalist. I used to know her from her band played with my band, the Finns, but
Okay.
she's looking for more kind of like just like more stuff to do. So kind of like same with me. So she joined
Right.
up. She's gonna start singing for us. I sang on this song in the studio just because like I already read the lyrics. I already had it planned to sing, so I sang. But she'll probably be singing for us from now on. And she has an amazing voice. She can hit like that heavy stuff, like she can sing like fast. And then she
Yeah.
could also sing like that chill, like surf style that I was talking about. So
Yeah.
some cool stuff will be coming out there for sure.
So you hinted at it just now, and we talked briefly before we started this interview. What is it for you specifically that made you want to start the second band when you already have the Finns and you guys seem like super serious and ready to like go?
Yeah, no, the Finns are super serious. We're very, very ready to go. But for a little bit, there was, I mean, like I was just trying to get busy, trying to fill out my schedule. I want to play drums constantly, and then like, I mean, we're all still in high school, so
Mhm.
with everyone graduating, I just wanted to make sure, like my schedule is full because I'm doing drums 100%. Like
Right.
I'm not planning on I'm doing music as my career. So I just I wanted to make sure that I'm not dilly dallying. You know what I mean? Like a constant
Yep.
schedule of drums. And just in case anyone, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to force anyone to be in the band. Everyone is so motivated. Everyone wants to do it. But you know what I mean? Like given that option too. Like if anyone wants to go to college, I have a band that I can also work with as well. But yeah, no, I mean, thank God, no one went to college.
I love it.
Everyone's ready to grind. So, I mean, now I got two motivated bands, and I mean,
That's awesome.
yeah, I'm
That's a
just
good
gonna keep
problem
trying
to
to put
have.
good music out with both of them. But yeah, you know what I mean. Like, Surf Curse is also Current Joys, two very big bands. So I can do it. I can.
You absolutely can.
Yeah.
What's the difference for you musically between the two? Or it sounds like you're fully committed to both.
I'm
Um,
fully committed to both. The
yeah.
Finns I've definitely been in for longer. You know what I mean. And they're a little more established. I can imagine us getting on a tour soon. So that's the goal right now with the Finns. With the Finns, we're very play live. Come see us live. We're a great show. We're fun. You know what I mean. We want to get everyone moving. We want to just like have a good time and play good music, of course. But so, I mean, we're just trying to get on tour. We want to play, 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 play. So, any bands that are watching this, you're going on tour, need an opener, check us out. We rip, but good time too. But so, yeah, we're just trying to get on tour right now. I can imagine the Finns getting out this summer, next summer. Um, and then Alive and Well, we're just right now writing music, trying to like that started a couple months ago. So I mean, like it'd be dope to start playing live soon, parties or little venues. Um, but so with them, we're just kind of chilling, taking it slow, trying to just have fun with it. With the Finns, we're full steam ahead, trying to get this thing off the ground right now.
Is it exciting for you to start Alive and Well? Because what I'm getting from you is the Finns. It feels like you guys probably came together organically. Like you were probably the little kids who all played music. You were probably friends. You were in what middle school or what have you.
Yeah.
Whereas this band, it feels like it's more intentional. And also, you didn't know you were going to be a professional musician when you started that band. Whereas this band, you knew, right? Does
Mm.
it feel any different putting this band together, or does it at the end of the day, does it all feel the same?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it feels a little. It's definitely different because the vibes are different. You know what I mean? Like recording with the Finns and recording with the Live and Well is very different. Writing with the Finns, writing with the Live and Well is very different.
How so,
With
Vallon?
the Finns, we write very. We like to very like kind of all. You know what I mean? Like it's a Finns track, not a like. Granted, June Gloom stuff like that. Like is more like Jason came up with a lot of that. But you know what I mean? With our tracks, we like to stay very like very everyone can like contributes the same. You know what I mean? Like we want to be very like
Like you're all in it together from
yeah, we want
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
very
everyone
collaborative.
contributes. We all want to contribute to the track, so we all write like together, and like it's a very communal thing. Um, with Alive and Well, it's whoever has a track. You know what I mean? So with this song that's coming out soon, it's called Blue Eyes. I wrote the lyrics, the harmonies, the drums, the bass, and then Jake started the track with the guitar. You know what I mean? Like he had the guitar riff, and then I was like, whoa. And then that's what sparked, so that's the same thing where I wouldn't have the track without Jake, when, so
Right.
I like when it's like that, when it's like 50, like when it's not one person or, like I like when the band does it. But with Alive and Well, because the Finns are more established, you know what I mean? So like we can actually get together and just write a song.
Right.
With Live Months, if anyone has an idea, like, we're doing it. Like let's get a track. But I mean, it's the thing with Jake and me is we lock in so much that I've been finding us doing the same thing too, like kind of just jamming. That's dope. There's a track.
From that. So I have a question for you. When I was growing up, you bought albums, and it just,
Yeah.
and they started and they ended, and there was a flow and there was a lot of intention put into how they were put together and recorded and all that. Now, when I'm talking a lot of artists, and I mean artists my age and older, they're really, some of them are questioning whether to make a full album or to just put out singles and that. So you coming from a completely different generation, I do wonder, when with either band or both bands, you can answer this whatever makes sense to you, but when you're approaching your music, are you thinking these are great songs, they're going to be singles, or are you thinking album the way, somebody from my generation might have thought about it?
Yeah. I feel like especially starting out as a band, and like being like kind of like in the beginning, not beginning stages, but you know what I mean, like the
Establishing
building
themselves.
a fan base.
Yeah.
Um, I'd say you definitely want to stick to the singles and EP. Just because in this day and age, it's like different. It's unfortunate. I love when people like I'd be so sick to see people buying our records. You know what I mean? It just sucks that it's all online now, but it is what it is. So yeah, you want to get on that algorithm. So you want to push out more music. So singles are probably the best way to go, and EPs. Yeah, because once you're big though, once you make once you make it and you're established, albums for sure. Because
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
cool. That's good to hear.
but
That's good to
so
hear. Yeah.
but starting out, like what our plan is, we want to release a lot of singles, a lot of EPs, and then when we start gaining traction, albums. But because we don't want to have an amazing song on an album that no one listens to because it's a whole album, you
Right.
know. So we'd rather just release everything, and then once people care, then an album, then they go through it, and then you know what I mean? Because we want to be an album band. It's like
Yeah.
that's what all the dope, it's sick.
Yeah. Well, I'm thrilled to hear that. So let's put ourselves 5 years from now, 10 years from however long it takes to get to that place where everybody knows about you and you have that like massive audience, right? When you imagine yourself putting an album together, do you imagine it being like the way it's always been done, where it's like a collection of songs that go together, they have a flow, they create a mood? Or do you still feel like it's still going to be singles, and then it's going to be more of a collection of singles that folks can buy so that they like you and they can hear 12 things at once?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because I haven't really thought about that, but I mean, yeah, knowing how we write right now, I'm sure the songs will be different on the album. Every track will be different, have a different
Okay.
kind of vibe, but we'll find a way to flow it together. Like we tie it in with the album art or the you know what I mean. We'd figure something out. It
Yes.
wouldn't just be like a collage of stuff. It would be
Okay.
it's gonna have a cool creative approach to it for sure.
Have you had the chance to do album art yet for any of your singles?
No, we've done like cover art. Like we got pictures for June Gloom. Brody made the cover art for Cinders and What's Left Unsaid. But we haven't done anything like I want to like get some sick stuff. I have some ideas that I want to do.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
we got a lot of tracks to drop though. So we have some empty canvases that we can you know
I
move.
love
And
it.
figure out. Yeah.
So many things for you to do in the coming years. So what are your goals, Valen, as a musician right now, as a drummer and as a songwriter?
Mhm. Right now, I want to make as much music as I can. That's good. You know what I mean? Not just pump out like bad music. I want to write some good tracks that people like, that people can listen to, that brings up their mood. And main focus is getting on tour. I want to play in front of as many people as possible. I want to play as much as possible. I want to like rough it out. Like I want to do that old school though. Like I want to get like a shitty Sprinter van and I want to pack everyone in there. I want to sleep in there every night and at motels, and I want to tour all over California. And then I want to tour on like a legit tour. But I
Yeah.
want like 1 year of like thugging it out in like a gross ass band and just like you know what I mean. Like I know it sounds weird, but like that's what you know what I mean. I want to do that. Like I want that experience. It sounds so
I
fun.
I know, I think everybody remembers those days as being the best days, even
Yeah.
though they don't necessarily want to do it year after
And
year
I mean,
after year.
if we have to skip that and someone wants us on their tour and you're huge, let it. We're down. But I mean, like until then, like I want to, you know what I mean. I want one of those tours. Like I want to plan a tour soon from like maybe San Diego to like Santa Cruz. Nah, like San Diego to San Francisco. That'd be a fire tour, and
Okay.
like pack it up in a van and just sit like go like city shows every city.
I
Sleep,
love it. I
sleep in
love
the
it.
bus, sleep in motels.
What are you doing right now as far as shows? It seems like you're doing a variety and trying to get on tours and things like that. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, right now, we're just playing like Muldoon's. We play like we just play like the bars, the clubs,
Yeah.
the venues around our area, and then like we obviously we travel with music sometimes. Like we play up in LA a lot. We'll play in San Diego, stuff like that. But yeah, we're just trying to get on tour, play as many shows as possible. We got a lot of shows coming up this summer. We're playing Sea Legs a lot, which is like a beach venue here. It's like on the sand, super cool. We're playing OC Fair, I believe, which is like a fair. It's like a huge, like kind of like festival that happens every year in summer. Um, yeah, I'm blanking on the shows, but I mean, if you want to check us out at the Finz Instagram, all of our shows will be up there.
Nice.
But,
And we'll put everything below so they can
yeah,
find you, the Finz
but so
Band.
yeah, we're playing. We got a lot of stuff coming up. But my goal, I want to like tour. Like that's what I'm excited for. That's what we're trying to do right now is get on a tour, gain
Nice.
traction because what you need with that is social media. So we're trying to work on our social media side of things, our promotional aspect, and just get ready to tour, man. It would be so fun to tour. Like
That's awesome.
we're looking forward to it.
So when you get on that tour, how many of the songs are going to be original and how many are going to be
All original, probably. All
all
original,
original?
probably a couple of War Pigs, but all original.
Okay, I figured you'd have War Pigs on there.
Yeah, everyone loves War Pigs. Our version of War Pigs is just fun. We do it fun.
Yeah, that's
But
awesome.
we gotta record that. That's like it's a cool version. I really you asked some amazing questions. Thank you
Oh,
for having
cool.
me.
Well, I do think you guys are amazing. And, the thing that made me reach out to you was when you posted something and I actually asked you if I could repost. And it was something to the effect of like, I am looking for serious musicians who are ready to go. And then I was like, okay, he's in that place now where he's just ready to do something real
Yeah,
big.
that's the post where I got Jake.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's great. I love it. I love
As
it.
he swiped up, he's like, put me in, coach. I was like,
I
oh shit.
love it. I love it. That's awesome. So you've shared with us that you've got a song for the new band, that you've written a lot of stuff for the Finns. You are ready to tour. You're playing all the time, and you've got some gigs booked. Is there anything else that we should be looking out for the rest of this year or 2026?
Yeah, for the rest of this year, look out for new music from both bands. The Finns and Alive and Well are gonna be dropping like crazy. So look out for new music. Hopefully you guys like the music. I'm sure you will. And then yeah, with the Finns, look out for us in the OC area. We play a lot of venues around here. We play music festivals that come to our town. We play up in LA a lot. We'll play in San Diego. We kind of play all over California. So yeah, if you're in California, definitely look us up. We're probably playing somewhere near you. And yeah, that's really it. Just trying to get on this tour. Follow us on social media. That's where we post everything when we record, when we release, when we play. Big announcements, little announcements, pictures of Brody. Yeah, but yeah. So
Yeah, and
it's good.
everybody, like I said before, I'll have everything below this video so that they can find you, they can find both your bands, and like you said, websites and all. Instagram sounds like where you really put
Yeah.
all the dates to make sure that you're up to date and everybody can find you right away.
Mm.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I
Thank
am
you for having me.
very excited to have you on. I hope you come back
Of
um,
course.
as your career, gets bigger, as you get on those tours and let us
Next one I'll be on,
know.
I'll be like, I got on tour. We're gonna tour.
Yay! Yeah, I look forward to that, and then I'll be like, "So what's it like sleeping in the van?" And you can tell me what it really feels like.
No, dude, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it.
You're
I'm
gonna
setting
love it.
everyone up with Brody and Jason. It's gonna be dope. No,
That's
no.
awesome. That's awesome.
All
All
right.
right, well, thank you so much, Vallon. We look forward to seeing you again. Everybody at home, check out Vallon's two bands. Like I said, it's everything is below. Make sure you're following them on Instagram and every other place that they have social media. Thank you again, Vallon. Just hang out for a second, and
Sure.
we will see you again soon.
Thank you so much.
I hope you enjoyed today's episode of MetalNet TV with Vallon DeVille. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and leave a nice comment for both of us. And also, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you're subscribed to MetalNet TV, and also make sure that you click that notification bell so that you'll be alerted. I'll see you again soon with another great interview.